how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby, and today we have a very exciting video because in this video, I'm not only going to be talking about some of my TBR plans for the upcoming months, but it's also going to include the Summerween readathon announcement. If you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I host this readathon called Summerween every single July. This is an annual spooky readathon that I love to host because the main goal of this readathon is to bring the spooky vibes of Halloween into the summer, and this is going to be the 7th round of Summerween. Can you believe that we've been here this long doing this together? I just love Summerween so much. Like, this readathon is truly my pride and joy on this channel. And so let's talk about all of the details because I'm very excited to let you know everything. So the official dates for this readathon is going to be happening in the month of July, as it always does. We're going to be kicking things off on Friday, July 3rd, and this readathon is going to be going for a week until July 9th. So the official dates are going to be Friday, July 3rd through the 9th. And if you were wondering, we do kind of have a theme again for this year's Summerween, you know, because if you recall last year, we did kind of like the space desert, you know, almost like sci-fi UFO kind of a vibe. And this year we're mixing it up once again because this time the theme is going to be kind of like a summer fair carnival type of vibe. As you might have noticed on the shirt that I'm wearing, my sister designed this incredible logo for this round of Summerween, which I think is so cute. I really love this one because I really enjoy the like vintage look to it. And this time around we have a lot of pinks and blues that just really complement each other really well, and we have our staple ghosty front and center. Just adore everything about this logo, and I think my sister just knocks it out of the park every single time. So for this readathon, we do have the 5 different reading prompts as always. You don't have to complete any of these reading prompts to participate in Summerween if you don't want to. The prompts are completely optional, but I do think they add so much fun to the readathon. So the first prompt is going to be the one that is our staple for this readathon, and that is to either read a book in the dark or reading a book at night. This one is such a staple to me because I think it's so much fun to like read a horror book in the dark, and however you want to do that is fine. If you want to just like read your Kindle in the dark, if you want to listen to an audiobook in the dark, if you want to actually like take a flashlight and go under your blankets and read a physical book, you can do that. You can adjust this prompt to however it works best for you, but this is definitely one of my favorite things to include for these readathons. The second prompt is going to be another easy one because it's going to be to read a thriller or a horror book. I like to keep these pretty broad, you know, because I like to have a prompt where you can just check it off right away. And because the whole goal of this readathon is to bring the spooky vibes of Halloween into the summer, I feel like reading horror and thriller books is a good way to do that. The third one is a new prompt, and I really love this one because it's to read a new to you author. So this is just to read an author that you've never read from before. I think this is a great way to like experiment and like try somebody new. Maybe there's a debut author this year who just published their first ever thriller or horror book, or maybe there's an author that you've been wanting to try for a long time and now this is your chance. The fourth prompt is going to be to read a book with pink on the cover, because since we do have so much pink in this logo, I thought it would be really cute to like tie that in to one of the prompts. Now I also feel like there's been a surge of pink book covers lately, especially in like the horror genre, so I feel like this one will actually be pretty easy to check off. It doesn't matter how much pink is on the cover as long as it's there. And then the fifth and final prompt is going to be to read a book that's less than 250 pages. So this could be a novella, this could be a manga, this can be a graphic novel. I think having a prompt like this is so great for a readathon because I know that I like to have ones that I can check off easily, and reading something short is a really great way to do that. So those are our 5 official prompts for the readathon, and I'm so excited about those. But like I was saying earlier, you don't have to complete all the prompts to participate. You can only do one of them if you want to, or I know a lot of people in the past have always tried to like find one book that completes all 5 prompts, so you can do that. Whatever floats your boat floats mine. I'm not going to be policing anybody's TBRs. And if you're over on Instagram, we do have an Instagram for the readathon that is called @ThisIsSummerween, and over there we have a lot of other really fun challenge things going on. We do have an Instagram prompts daily challenge, so these are like different things that you can be posting daily to Instagram during the readathon. It's like a mix of different photos or different reels that you could be making that I think are going to be so much fun. And then on Instagram we also do have a bingo board. The bingo board includes so many different things, like some of the reading prompts, but then also like different activities like listening to a spooky playlist or like watching a scary movie, different stuff like that. So if you're interested in either the bingo board or the Instagram daily challenges, I will highly recommend to check out our Instagram. I'll have that link down below. All right, and now let's talk about the merch because we do have so much merch for this readathon that is so cute. So as you can see, for this main logo for Summerween, we are offering it on all of the unisex t-shirts that we usually offer them on. We're having them in a few different colors, like this Carolina blue. We have heather pink and heather neutral. We also are offering them on the tie-dyes this year, which I also think are absolutely gorgeous. I love a good tie-dye shirt. They will be available on these pullover hoodies in a few different colors, as well as the crew neck in a few different colors. And then what I'm most excited about is this women's heavyweight tee. This is a new style of shirt that we're offering for the first time, and we're offering them in a few different colors. As you can see, this vintage navy, that's the color that I'm currently wearing right now. And then we also have a soft pink, we have a natural, we have a vintage white, and a vintage black. I asked Bonfire if they could send a sample of this shirt so I could see how it fits compared to the regular shirts from Bonfire. And something that I really love about this shirt is the kind of like boxy fit of the t-shirt. And I don't know if you can tell, but it does have a little bit of a slight crop compared to the other shirts. I will do a side-by-side comparison so that you can see the difference between the way that this shirt fits compared to the other shirts that we've had in the past. But I really love this women's heavyweight tee. I just really love the style of this one so much, and I was actually really surprised by how nice it looks on the vintage navy. And then we are offering a second design for the merch, and this one, for the first time ever, it's gonna be kind of like a collage of some of the stickers from my sister's sticker set, and I think this turned out so cute. So as you can see at the top of this collage, we have the little like Summerween banner with like the little different colored flags, which I think looks so cute. We have this girl that's like leaning against the wall with her book with like the pumpkin head. We have these little ghosty slushies, and we have a ghost with the cotton candy, and like the Summerween movie ticket with the ghost, and the ghost like reading on the park bench, which I think looks so cute. But in this design, we're offering this shirt on a few different colors as well. I really like this Heather Autumn. I feel like that looks so fall coated. And I love that Heather Orchid pink. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. We also are offering these ones on the women's heavyweight tee. So you can get this one in these different shirt styles as well with like the more boxy fit, which I really like. And then we also have the pullover hoodies for this one in a few different colors as well. We are also going to have this specific collage design available on the tote bags because I thought it would look really cute on a tote bag, and it really does. So we have the tote bags in 3 different colors. We have black, we have pumice, and then we also have natural, which I feel like it looks really good on all 3 of those colors. And I just thought that logo and like that specific collage looks adorable on a tote bag. And then also we are going to be selling these large coffee mugs. If you wanted to get the original, you know, like Summerween design on a mug, you can do that. We are going to have those available as well. I am so excited about these different merch options. I mean, look at how cute this one looks in person as well. I ended up getting this design on one of the normal t-shirts so that you can see the difference between like the boxy shirt versus like the regular shirts. And this one's on the Carolina blue color, I think, but like look at how beautiful that print is. The colors are just so vibrant on these shirts, like I can't even deal with it. I just really love the way that this print turned out in general, and I was thinking that I might have to get this collage design on one of these like boxy t-shirts because of how much I love the fit with this t-shirt. We've been selling merch through Bonfire pretty much ever since we started Summerween, and I absolutely love Bonfire because their quality is so good. The prints look so vibrant and they last such a long time. I still have merch that I wear almost every single day from like one of the very first rounds of Summerween, so you can guarantee that the quality is going to be so good on these t-shirts. And if you've never ordered from Bonfire before, Bonfire prints everything in different campaigns. So if you order right now, the campaign is going to last for about 2 weeks before they print all of those orders, and then they're going to ship them out after. And Bonfire does ship internationally, but I would recommend that if you want the merch in time for the readathon, I would recommend ordering as soon as possible. And that's why I try to announce these readathons like 2 months in advance so that you have the time to get the merch in your hands, because it will be at least 2 weeks before they even print the orders. So just a heads up about that. And if you were wondering, my sister is doing the sticker sets once again. I mean, as you already saw, some of the stickers made it onto the collage, but I'll show you a close-up of the sticker set that my sister is going to be offering through her Etsy. I mean, as you can see, the freaking colors are so vibrant. I'm obsessed with this sticker set. I think it's so cute. I love that it all kind of matches the theme of this like little carnival. There's like little tents and like little ghosts and Slurpees and slushies. I just think it's so cute, and I'm especially a big fan of this girl with like the pumpkin head. Like, are you kidding me? That is so adorable. The stickers are also a pretty good size as well. Like, you can see how big they are compared to my hand. So I think these stickers would be really great for like a reading journal if you have something like that, or I know that I love to put them on the back of my Kindle during the readathon because I think that's so fun. But I will have my sister's Etsy shop linked down below. She'll have 2 different links. One of them is one where you can order them and she'll print them off and send them to you. And then the other Etsy link is going to be one that's like a digital download. So for that one, it'll just let you download the stickers and you can print them off yourself if you want to do that. But yeah, I think that is all of the information for this round of Summerween. I cannot wait to kick things off on July 3rd. This is a readathon that I look forward to so much every single year, and like, thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your support for Summerween. It really means the world to me, and it really has become my favorite thing that I do here on the internet, so thank you. If you're planning to participate, definitely let me know. I would love to know any of your feedback. And now let's jump into my TBR. I do have some exciting news about the book troop. The book troop is my book club here on YouTube, and since 2026 has started, we have changed from a monthly book club to a quarterly book club, and so I'm excited excited to share with you that The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver, this one is going to be our spring book troop pick. It's the one that's currently happening right now. This is a new horror book that I'm so excited to read because of how much I loved We Used to Live Here by this author. This book actually just published in the month of April, and I'm hoping that we're gonna have a live show for this towards the end of May. And I'm really excited that for this live show, I'm gonna be joined by two of my booktube friends. We're gonna be joined by not only Ashley from Ashley's Little Library, as well as Kayla from Books and Lala. And I'm so happy to have them both back on. They've both been on the book troop a number of times before, and I've just been really dying to read this book, so I cannot wait. I hope that you can join us in reading along with this book this month. And then I'm also excited to let you know that I have decided that for the summer book troop pick, it's going to be The Unknown by Riley Sager. I mean, this is probably not a big surprise because the book troop, like, we pretty much read Riley Sager together every single summer, and this summer is going to be no different. The only thing about this book is that it's actually going to be publishing in early August, which is kind of late for Riley Sager, you know, because I know that in the past he's always published in like June or July, because I know that I've always been reading Riley Sager for Summerween, so like that's going to be weird. And it is going to be our summer pick, so we're probably going to have a live show for this one like towards the end of August or like early September. And I'm hoping that for this live show we'll continue the tradition of having my mom and my sister join. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that you can join us this summer reading Riley Sager for the book troop like our tradition. I think it's going to be so much fun, and I think this book especially sounds more promising because it sounds like it's going to have some like creepy, almost like paranormal, supernatural vibes to this one. And then coming up pretty soon here in the month of May, I'm planning on doing another reading vlog where I read books that you think that I'm gonna give 5 stars. This is a video that I've done at least 2 times in the past now, and it went really well both of those times. And I don't want to reveal like my entire TBR for this video because I want to keep some things a surprise, but the book that got mentioned the most is this one called This Book Made Me Think of You by Libby Page, which is really cool because, you know, before doing this video concept, I had never even heard of this book, but I ended up buying it when I was on my solo trip because I saw it in the bookstore and I was like, you know what? Let's just give it a go because everybody thinks that I'm gonna love this. So I will be reading this book this month for this video, and I hope that it's amazing. I'm also gonna be doing another like 24-hour reading vlog type of video, and I'm hoping to be doing this with my friend Brittany, and I'm hoping to be able to get through at least a few books during that reading vlog. Some of the books that I'm thinking about reading during that reading vlog are some of the horror books that have been piling up. I mean, I do have this one called Abyss by Nicholas Binge, and this one is a sci-fi horror novella. This is one that I'm hoping to get through because it's so short. It's only like 140 pages, so I feel like this would be really good to read during a 24-hour readathon. And then same with this one, Wretch by Eric LaRocca. This is one that's been on my TBR for such a long time. This one's on the shorter side too. It's about like 275 pages, and this one published in March, and I've just been so curious to check it out, so this one is a potential one for me. I also have some romance books that I am dying to get to. This one's Stranger Things Have Happened by Casey West. I just really love that Casey West has been writing more adult romance books, and I need to know if this one's gonna be good. So this is one that's at the top of my TBR, as well as this one called Love and Other Brain Experiments. I've heard this one recommended for fans of like Ali Hazelwood, which just really has me intrigued. And so this is definitely a possibility for something I could read. I'm also excited that in the month of May, I'm finally gonna be working on this video concept that I've had for a while. And that's basically gonna be like a battle of the celebrity book clubs kind of a video. I know I mentioned this at the start of this year that I was gonna be doing this in April, but then I felt really discouraged because I feel like they were picking a lot of books that I just was not interested in reading at all for like most of this year. And I was just like, okay, like I'm not excited about doing this video project anymore. So I felt like I was just gonna scrap it. But then in the month of April, I feel like all of the celebrity book clubs ended up picking books that I was actually really interested in. So I got really excited about this video concept all over again. And so it's finally gonna be happening in the month of May. Like I'm gonna make this work. And I decided that I'm gonna be reading the April book club picks for Reese's Book Club, Read with Jenna, Good Morning America, as well as Oprah. Because when Reese Witherspoon announced that Into the Blue by Emma Brody was gonna be her book club pick for the month of April, I was like, bitch, shut up. Because this was already like one of my most anticipated books of the year. This is one that I've heard being described as kind of like a literary fiction romance novel. It's kind of like one of those epic love stories that takes place over decades of time. And I've just been dying. Like I've been absolutely dying to read this. So I'm really excited that this book is going to be included in that vlog. And then Read with Jenna announced that this one, Upward Bound by Woody Brown, was going to be her book club pick. And I've been really excited and curious to read this one as well. And then Oprah Winfrey announced that the book Kin was going to be her book club pick. And this is another one that I've had on my radar. I think this one's like a literary fiction book that involves this like family. I think it's like family drama type of story. And so I'm going to be reading Kin for this video. And then Good Morning America announced that Yesteryear was going to be its pick for April. And I was like, holy crap. Because Yesteryear is another one of those books that is like one of my most anticipated books of this year. I don't even really know that much about Yesteryear except for the fact that it involves like this girl who's like an influencer. She's like a traditional housewife influencer, and then it's about how she gets sent back in time to like the 1800s, and then she actually has to be like a trad wife. Oh my god, it sounds like it's gonna be unhinged and ridiculous, and I know a lot of people are already saying saying that this is their favorite book of 2026, and it already got picked up to be a movie with Anne Hathaway. I'm just so excited to read Yesteryear, so I'm so glad that Good Morning America picked that for the book club pick so that I could read it for this video. So I think it'll be really fun to finally see this video come to light that I've had in mind for a while. And then I don't know what other video plans that I might have coming up in these next couple of weeks. Like, I'm kind of torn between doing a few different things. I have a lot of arcs that are piling up that I really want to get to, so I'm hoping that at some point in these next couple of weeks I can read the new Lisa Jewell, which is called It Could Have Been Her. This one is definitely like top of my TBR list for things that I'm hoping to get to because this one publishes in June. I also have another horror arc that I'm so curious about called These Familiar Walls. This one just published in April, so I'm really hoping to get to this one soon, but this one sounds like it's gonna be like haunted house horror. Oh my gosh, also the new Nat Cassidy short story collection is publishing in the month of May. It's called I Know a Place, or like I Know Places or something like that. I'm definitely gonna be reading this one in the month of May, like guaranteed, because Nat Cassidy is like one of my top favorite horror authors, and I've really been looking forward to the short story collection. One of the romance books that I'm dying to get to is In Stormy Weather. I'm really hoping that I can include this in some kind of video this month. Like, maybe I'll try to read it for that 24-hour reading challenge, or maybe I'll try to include it somewhere. I might actually just need to do a video dedicated to like catching up on some of the arcs that I'm excited about because I have so many that I'm looking forward to. This is a romance that I'm so positive is gonna be 5 stars for me. Like, why? I don't know. But it's an academic rivals to lovers romance about storm-chasing meteorologists, and it says for fans of Ali Hazelwood and BK Borison, which I am a fan. And then some other books that I'm really hoping to get to very soon is Annie Knows Everything, as well as I Leave It Up to You. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be vlogging, you know, my experiences with these books. I put both of the audiobooks on hold at my library, and so these ones might just be like books that I'm like listening to in the background whenever I get some free time. But these books are both, you know, like contemporary fiction books that I've just been so interested in reading recently. Those are all of my TBR plans, all of the Summerween announcement, everything that you need to know. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You'll have to let me know. Are you planning on participating in Summerween? Have you read any of these books that I just talked about? And if so, what are your thoughts on them? Thank you so much for watching me here on YouTube. It literally means the world to me. You have no idea. I always feel so lucky and so grateful that so many of you are still tuning in to watch my videos all these years later. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye.